All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seconds, not minutes. All right, public notice is hereby given to the Board of Aldermen of the City of Pevely, Missouri. Will conduct a public hearing at 6:45 on March 20, 2017, Pevely City Hall, to consider and act upon the matters of the following tentative agenda and such other matters as may be presented at the meeting and determined to be appropriate for discussion at that time. We'll note that the time is actually 6:50, and we'll start the public hearing until 7:05.
Did you give John his cards, Vicki? Did you give John his cards?
Matt, we went ahead and started to open the floor for the public hearing, so if you want to go ahead and start, letting the other board members know about your heading boards and stuff, if you'd like, that'd be great.
Okay, and no, we just, this is some of the stuff that we make. We started off as a hobby. I mean, can we bring it up there? Okay. Started off as a hobby, and then it turned out to be that people were more interested than we thought. These are all natural colors. It would not stain or dye.
Do what? You're supposed to be one.
These are like the cheese boards that we do. And we're just going to bring some wine holders. They're about the same size. I give them a lot of things. Hold the bottle in the middle and 2 glasses on the end. You're all excited. Make them native and exotic.
Brief it to the point.
We got a guy that gets imported wood. Black and African Indian and zebra wood, leather wood. We get a lot of stuff.
You're just drawing the Well, it was cold, and I think I turned.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You got it.
Did anybody have any questions for Mayor or his wife Becky, right? Any questions or comments from the audience? This is Matt and his wife Becky. They're doing, asking the board for approval on a small at-home woodworking operation. They're making these cutting boards.
They're requesting a special use permit to allow them to do that.
Yes, sir.
Just the one, this is what starts out, once he decides to make antique cars out of wood. I mean, does he have to come back for anything?
It's a small woodworking shop. Makes small.
Here's the minutes from
Yeah, I know.
You came in front of P&Z.
just scratch stuff.
Yes.
Things change, you know.
Yes.
I did not know where the,
Yeah, anything smaller, like we're gonna do, possibly butcher blocks, stuff like that, but, I mean, nothing big, yeah. Maybe even possible little furniture pieces that like we just, like you described, huge or anything that had to be changed. We're not that good.
Also, myself, Kenny, and city administrator went up and he opened his garage doors wasn't
The
dictated.
decibel reader never went above, the noise level of. Yeah.
Anybody have any questions on our reading, the paperwork?
And Rusty got a copy of the readings, everything else is up there. That's it.
Anybody?
Anybody want to see it?
Take a look. John, did you not get one?
I don't want to know.
We didn't give him one.
I sat him right there. I didn't pass him on. Yeah, we went up there, we turned all of that machinery on at one time, just turned everything on. That even ran a piece of wood stock through the planer, which is probably the noisiest piece of machinery he has.
Oh, sure.
Obviously, he's not gonna be running every piece of equipment that he's got at one time because he only has 2 arms, but it's well within the guidelines.
I would imagine the kids are louder than the machinery.
Yeah, probably. I think you might be able to tell that one. So. I apologize for being late. I've been returning some phone calls from citizens today. But is this the first reading, Mayor? Or?
Yes.
This is going to be the last read. Purpose of this hearing, City of Pevely Board of Aldermen will hold a public hearing for the regular scheduled meeting. Purpose, excuse me, of this meeting was for Matt Savant requesting a special use permit to allow him to operate a small woodworking shop in his garage located in an R2 district at 804 Riverview, Pevely, Missouri. Got a couple more minutes left on it and we'll close it. People, I'm going to go ahead and close out this public hearing. We're going to take a break. We will reconvene at 7:05. Right back. Right back.
Hi, how are you?
Chase the cat today. Oh,
Immediately, because it'll take so long to get through a week until we make it below minimum wage. Now they gotta give them all a raise.
older than 10 years old.
This is a guy that did this assessment a few years back when he's home. He came out and went all the way to the state. It's like a court hearing, you know, we had that attorney in there, so. And you know, so they asked him questions. But I want my house is oh, I did a lot more than that. My taxes are low. Well, mine's too high. Well, I know mine's too high. Yeah.
Oh, he's expired on you. Expired.
It's out there for you to look at. Don't know. I need one question. Yeah. I need a picture. Okay. We're cheap. You want one over? Do you? You don't give it. What's he want? Oh, yeah, they're good. It's 7 years old, so it's not. I painted ours, and I told my wife wanted me to paint after like 8 years, and I said, I can't. She goes, why? I said, because that's guaranteed for 20 years of warranty. He didn't get a builder's paint. She didn't buy into it, but.
Yeah.
You know, you bet things because they told me I couldn't. Yeah. Okay. Said, why you love them? I'm got a name on it. That's not considered a commercial. If they said a company.
That's ridiculous.
Going back into the apartment.
Oh, yeah. He was washing it. I'm washing it.
One street. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm talking about like if you drive or something. The street. Well, ours does email. We got a subdivision website, so they send it to them. It's like, I know who it is. You put your name on the damn thing. I'm surprised.
Mr. Smith.
It's like you got to put a damn share of one of these right alongside his house. And all I do is everybody brings my voice. He can have share. That's all he can. I said, no, that's not what it says. The structure has to be 10 feet from the side of the side of your property. 5 feet off the back, our yards. By the time you put a patio on, and 25 feet back, 35.
We can get all the aldermen back to their seat, please.
I moved it around the back, pushed it up against the house. But it's off the side. I can't see it. They call me, Mike, about this. You guys gotta come in. But I'm a fanatic about this stuff. I get here, take it down, I'm reading,
More than we need.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's not too far.
Please rise to the agenda, pledge of allegiance. Roll call. Here.
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 All right, approval of the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Minkus, seconded by Alderman Rick Arnold. Roll call.
Alderman Rick Arnold.
Yes.
Norton.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
Marcus.
Yes.
Shackelford.
Yes.
Minkus.
Yes.
Wendy Arnold.
Yes. Mr. Brown said that there were no citizens' comments. However, we do have some new in the crowd. If you would like to speak, each member is allowed 3 minutes. Anybody that would like to? No? Okay. All right, on to Mr. Stephen, Boggio.
Very good.
Okay.
Please.
Stormwater runoff.
Hi, my name is Steve Bozier. I live down in the Abbey right over here on the street. I live on Yorkshire. Having some issues with water runoff down my street. I talked to the Director of Public Works, for life, I can't remember his name now. But he came out to the house. He looked at it and said that it's definitely an issue. I didn't think Steve, I think you live right up the street from me. So it's starting to cause some issues with the house. We're trying to do some backyard renovations, deck, pool, things like that. And it's pretty much, there's a river running right down my house. It's starting to erode some of the larger trees on my lot that's causing some issues that may fall on either me or my neighbor's house. So I called the Director of Public Works, I don't know, about a week ago, and then he said that I guess the Abbey is not technically the city's responsibility. So I guess that's where my confusion was, because when I spoke with him initially, he came out to the house, he was very enthusiastic that something could be done, whether it be a sewer that would run down to the back of my lot, down in the creek back there. The city had done some other improvements in the Abbey, and And then I spoke with Mr. Brown, and he made it a point, I guess, that the Abbey was not the city's responsibility, so I guess there was some confusion in there. I have some pictures with me. I don't know if you guys want to see them or can show them or.
I'd like to pass them around, sure.
The majority of the problem is that being in a cul-de-sac, I only have 22 feet of curb space. So even if I had the ability to block off all the water runoff directly down to my house, on the property that I own, it's still going to run right down my neighbor's yard, right in the same place it is. My concern is long-term issues. I mean, I have been there for less than a year, and this river that runs down the side of my house is already over a foot deep, 2 feet deep in some places. I just can't fill it anymore on my own. I've tried to install a 4-inch drain pipe on my own, but it just gets inundated with water. I can't handle it.
So is this water that's, if I'm imagining until I see the pictures, so you're in the cul-de-sac, so it's just coming down the road?
Yes.
Through the cul-de-sac into your?
It's coming down both sides of the road and then straight down the road as well. That first picture is my driveway looking up the road. So you can see there's not a lot. Most of them are around the tree that's causing some major issues that's probably not going to last too much longer unless I can get something done with it.
Madam Mayor, but Mike too, is Steve's not the only one that's got problems. At the end of the cul-de-sacs, a lot of them have got water problems going down and everything else too. The situation is something should have been done when they built the subdivision, Skip Johnson, years and years ago. They should have put some sort of drainage across when the water goes down that way and run off some other place. And those asphalt streets and everything else, right now, they're pretty old, everything else too, so they're going to have to be replaced one of these times too. And my thinking is at that time, possibly, and I hate to say, I don't know when that's going to be, is we need to run some sort of drain or something across the street so the water doesn't get down to you, because there's other neighbors who got the same problem, Steve.
Right, I know everybody does.
Yeah.
However, most every street on St. Benedict at least has some kind of sewer installed on it at the bottom of the cul-de-sac to prevent everyone's water from running onto the person at the bottom.
I'm sorry, you said St. Benedict?
St. Benedict is one of the side streets. I know Jackson Way does, St. Maur does.
Yeah, there's a couple of them got big holes in the ground where the water runs into that runs down to someplace or whatever else.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that wasn't done by the owners of the house, so I mean, someone at some point did it.
Yeah, that was way before me.
Right. I'm just saying.
And I agree, something needs to be done. It should have been done a long time ago, but.
Okay, but no, you know,
Hey Steve, is that the first tree before your house?
Yes, right on the corner.
Yes.
Steve was down the bottom.
Do you live house right down?
Yeah, if you're looking straight down the street to the house at the very bottom. Same.
Porch?
It's got a small porch.
Smaller, but the guy you're talking about, the porch, he still got his Christmas tree lights up.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, they were right there.
is there a sewer, I mean, a catch basin, in the street like most subdivisions have? I mean, is it?
No.
That's what he was just saying, that his cul-de-sac does not have like a stormwater drain where the water goes.
I can't say for all of them. I know at least 3 of them do.
There's something there. Like I said, the one, it's got a big hole in the ground, and actually it's kind of dangerous, but.
Yeah, the one on Jackson Way
Yeah.
is, however, the one on St. Maur, which I think is the most recent one, that I'm pretty sure the city installed, actually has a drain on the side of the cul-de-sac.
On St. Maur?
Yes, yes, ma'am. And it seems, I don't know, it seems in theory to work through. Thank you very much.
Does anybody else have any questions or comments for Mr. Golder?
Has the city done any work up there?
Yes. Yes.
The city has done work up there
In the
on
area.
stormwater?
Yes. We have.
Really?
Yes. A few years back, we did do some Okay, what did we do? How many, are we the ones who tried to solve the problems on the other cul-de-sacs or what?
Yes, sir.
Kenny, can you remember years?
No, I can't bear, but maybe 8 years ago. I just don't hold me to that time frame.
Was his cul-de-sac not in at that time, or?
No, they were done, everything was done.
Okay.
And
Up
then-
until, up until March of this last year, it was an empty wooded lot. So the home is less than a year old, so that's just.
Your home is?
Yes. That's why there was no complaints up until. Yes.
All right, no other questions or comments?
Well, so your home is less than a year old?
Yes.
So,
You just had it built, so it's.
okay,
less-
so doesn't go back to property owner? I mean, there's always some, like insurance taken out or something like that, when you buy a new piece of property, a new home?
Probably gonna do is refer this to Mr. Brown and to the city attorney, and if we could possibly schedule something, am I saying right, Boggio?
Boggio, yes.
Boggio, for Mr. Boggio to get with you guys, and also with Mr. Graves. I'm interested to see what exactly took place 8 to 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was, if the city did have some response time in doing any type of stormwater drains or anything for the residents. Look into it and find out what's going on, and then if you could get with them to maybe set up an appointment to sit down and go over some possibilities, if any at all, and see where we can go from there. Okay, does that sound okay to you?
Yes, that sounds very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Sorry you're having so many problems.
It's okay, thank you.
Good luck.
Mr. Brown, you have a business card or something?
You have his phone number, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Nothing, I know his name, I can get his account number.
All right, so we have nothing on old business. Let's go ahead and move forward on to new business. All right, approval of minutes. I do want to note that there was a change on the January 17th minutes. It is a minor change on page 2 at the top. It was under the annexation. First reading, it did note that Mr. Walters was present and was not. So only change on there. Any other questions or comments on minutes? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes with the amendment.
I'll make a
change.
motion.
Motion by Alderman Walters, do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Minkus. Roll call please with the changes.
Alderman Rick Arnold.
Yes.
Norton.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Jeffers.
Yes.
Marcus.
Yes.
Shackelford.
Yes.
Minkus.
Yes.
Wendy Arnold.
Yes. All right, on to Mr. Savant for the special use permit. Any questions or comments for him? If not, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve Mr. Savant's special use permit.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Alderman Shackelford, seconded by Alderman
Walters?
Walters. Roll call please.
Alderman Wendy Arnold.
Yes.
Minkus.
Yes.
Shackelford.
Yes.
Marcus.
Yes.
Jeffers.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Norton.
Yes.
Rick Arnold.
Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're set. Have a good night. More than happy to have you stay though.
Can we get? Oh, okay.
All right, street dedications.
On the street dedication, one of the things that Jesse in particular was tasked with, we're going out and getting current status and condition of the existing roadways, surfaces, so on. And he's done a very thorough job. Now, he's prepared to show you some photographs. He's not going to show you all 90-something that he has, but a brief, he's got 3 or 4 photographs from all 5 subdivisions, which he will gladly show you if that's the board's desire, or he can summarize it for you. Your choice, it's up to you what you want to see.
Would you guys like to see some videos
Sure.
or pictures? Yes? Okay, Jesse?
I think he said I was asked to basically give a presentation on
Pevely Crossing, Pevely Heights, Vineyard, and Abbey. Pevely Heights.
Yeah, just one or two.
Susan. So we'll start out with Hunter's Glen. Hunter's Glen, there's about 31 concrete pads that need to be repaired. And the average size of those pads is 16 by 13. And I only got like 4 pictures in each neighborhood. I have many more if you guys want to see them. But this is one of them. You can sort of see some of the other ones in this picture. What they have up here. So it's, you got a failure in front of the driveway and a crack down the middle.
Jesse, could you get closer to the mic?
Sure. Here we got, you can see we got 4 sections here, all right here. And then up here you can see some more it's failing.
Hold the mic up to your mouth.
Close that, please. Here's another one. And this is the last one. This is a representation of the condition of the streets in those 31 pads. So, and this is the last one. In Southern Heights, we have 24 concrete pads that need to be repaired. Average size is 14 by 13. You can see right here, this is failing pretty bad. It's holding water. And then right next to it, it's doing the same thing. That whole area is failing pretty good. Here as well, you go on up the street. There's a pretty big crack right there. Pevely Crossing. Pevely Crossing is in fairly decent shape. There's 2 sections that have streets that are failing. One is in the front here, and one is on this back side over here. This is on the back side. You see it's teething pretty good here. And then right here, this is the beginning of the subdivision.
Pevely Crossings, I mean, fairly new compared to some of the other,
Yeah.
to see the roads failing this bad up there, and to not be completely, full or utilized other than just for the last year, that seems to be.
Yeah, it's really not. There's 2 sections. It looks a lot worse than it really is. As far as the number of pads is less. It's just like one area, and mainly around the storm sewer here. So, and Pevely Heights, again, for the amount of roads that are in there, in pretty good shape. There's about 10 concrete pads that need to be repaired. Average size 18 by 13. We got a section here that's cracking on both sections. Right here, the curb's coming off, right in the inlet here. Another crack, and then another crack you can see right up there that's got some vertical displacement on it too. Sinking pretty bad. And then the vineyards. Vineyards is in pretty good shape. The main part of the vineyards is the entranceway. In there's about 4 pads there that need to be replaced. And I just put all 4 of the pads on the slide. That's right at the entrance. There. Then we have the Abbey. Have about 9 sections, asphalt streets in the Abbey that are in need of repair. Average size at 13 by 10. So here's one section here. You can see the side is failing. This is in need of base repair as well. It's not just a patch over the top of it. It's going to be dug out and some rock put underneath it. And basically all these is spider web, and it's going to need base repair. This is an old repair that was done that's turned into a speed bump going on Christina, and then the side of the road, again, needs base repair and probably concrete underneath the side so it doesn't sink on the edges. Here's another spot where it's just coming up. Any questions?
Yeah, do you have a cost figure on what each pad per subdivision?
Pad, roughly a pad 8 by, roughly a pad 18 by 16, 8 inches thick. Labor, material includes about $1,400 to replace that pad.
Are you capable, I mean, are you intending to prepare this with two people, or are you going to contract it out, or what's, I mean, can you do it, and do they need all done at one time?
That's up to the board, how they want to handle it. The streets have not been dedicated over to the
Right.
city yet, so that's where this board, that's not really Jesse's decision. That's up to us whether we would
Well, in
supply
Donna's
it.
opinion, I mean, I want to know
If you're asking-
it's going to be cheaper than this contracting out, and B, if that's what I vote to do it.
If you're asking, can we do it? Yes, we can do this. The asphalt streets, we don't have the equipment to do the asphalt, like the Abbey, but the concrete streets, we can do.
So are there, of all the subdivisions, are there homeowners associations or what? I mean, usually if the city was going to take them in, why would we bring them up to par?
I think that's kind of what we were wanting to know, is the condition of the roads, to know whether we should go forward with the homeowners associations repairing them, or some type of agreement between the city and the homeowners associations before the city chooses to take over the streets. So it's, I think, where we were at.
Southern Heights, I don't think they have.
No, Pevely Heights does. Pevely Heights, I don't think has a homeowner association. That's what I think Charlie Bees lives.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have a homeowner association there.
Where's that
Oh,
at?
you live there too, so I can ask you. Yeah.
Pevely Heights.
Southern Heights doesn't have much more.
Right, right. They paid last time for the material, correct? You know,
I wasn't involved in the
Yeah, it was the material and the city provided the labor.
labor for it.
So,
You know, they look like they really did much effort in any of these, any of some of them, about crack sealing, anything when it started to occur.
The initial crack sealing was done, but after that, none.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Isn't Tierra already in city roads?
Those are city
They're all in
streets.
city limits. Aren't they city streets? They're
dedicated.
dedicated, aren't they not?
What's the
That would be a question for.
Is not Tierra
I don't know what's
dedicated?
Were any of the phases, it was split in four, were any of the phases accepted into the city as far as dedication?
As far as I know, none of them we ever accepted. Charlotte can answer that better, but between, I looked at documents and Charlotte, and it doesn't appear that way.
I didn't see any of them except for those.
Yeah, because Tierra's been built out a long time ago.
Well, since the late 90s, but. Huh?
And I can tell you, I did a pretty exhaustive research on the minutes, the ordinances, the plats, and just can't find anything on any action by the city.
If you think there may have, and if you have any notes, or check with the homeowners association, get back with them so that they can review the minutes, maybe, if you think there's something out there.
And I don't know, I just figured it would be because we're just about built out in Tierra. With Steve, he was like, there might be 1 or 2 lots left there and that's it. Because we got our own all trustees, everything else too, so.
We can look into that. Any other questions, comments, any other research we're wanting to look forward to, or any options?
The thing about the Pevely doing it is going to be cheaper if the homeowners get in there. And if they're not necessary, have to be, you know, if it's not gonna cause more problems later on, you don't have to get on them all at once. But you can make a commitment to,
Please.
but you can make a commitment to, you know, that we're going, the Pevely's gonna fix them instead of contract them out. I mean, it would make it easier in the homeowners associations for their share, and we've been paying taxes on those streets all along, the full share. I know John doesn't care, but, I mean, you know, it's fair, and I'm just trying to, you know, to make it as easy as we can on those people, and to be, that would be at least one option I would like to see before we vote on whether or not to accept them.
Mr. Jeffers, I never said anything about that. I've always said, these people have been paying taxes all these years on these streets. They need some relief. I did not say that I was against those streets.
I know. I was saying is.
That's what you just said.
Well, what I was saying is, when we were talking, you had mentioned that it was tough. You know, we weren't getting all the services that we were paying for, but that was tough. You were right. I mean, I'm not saying you.
No.
Okay, well, that's why I took it as.
No, that wasn't said either.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, any other questions or comments on the street dedications?
I think if the homeowner stations are able to provide assistance, I think they should.
Like a cost sharing
Yes.
possibility? Okay. Anybody else?
Well, I also think, like up at the Abbey, I think we need to have a better cost per area or pad. I mean, if it's, if we're talking about blacktopping, you know, redoing a street, I think we need to have a better idea of how much the base repair and the asphalt and everything's gonna cost us.
I mean, I've got an idea of an overlay would cost.
But an overlay isn't going to
That's not
repair
base
the base part.
You know, we've got a lot of streets in Old Town that need the same.
Yeah, you can go up the Landmark Manor, look at all those streets there.
Could you gentlemen please use your microphones, please?
And, well, I'll agree because right over here, on the street over here, all 3 years I've been on board, I've asked that we redo something where the street's failing, and so far it's been a blind eye, so.
Yeah, there's some storm runoff coming down Riverview down to Hell
Yeah.
also.
Sure.
Well, we do have a street project planned for that water replacement too, so we're
Yeah,
working.
we do it all the time, so yeah, it's good.
So if you could get some costs for us, especially for tiers, since they're kind of a separate situation, with the overlays with.
I don't know what the base repair would be, because you gotta sort of know what's underneath it, or and do that. I can get an idea. The worst.
Right. Go from there. 'Cause there's only 9 pads, right, the tier, I think there was 9 sections.
Yeah, there's 9 sections.
Okay.
Yeah, people wanted to.
And then everywhere else, we're looking around $1,400 per 18 by 16 square. All right, so we've got a little bit more research to do as far as cost, and then possibly looking into a sharing program or no program. So,
Looks like about $250,000. And then you're still maintaining it, solving them, allowing them. I mean,
all right, Jesse, thank you so much. All right, on to ordinance 1423, police department vehicles. Any questions, comments? Yes, sir.
This may take a while. We budgeted 2 cars for $12,500 each for $25,000 and $5,000 the equipment. Now, the one that's coming in now is for 3 cars for $54,000, which is $18,000. We talked about, this is, Tony was trying to say, a savings, a way of getting cars cheaper, that we may be better off, but it's not proven yet, and we talked about maybe trying one and seeing how it worked out. We were buying 2012 cars with payments that don't finish until 2020. The cars would be 8 years old by then, and we're really just, and then they go finance it for the 4 years. That's kicking the can down the road. We ought to really just pay for what we can. I don't know how many cars we need and how many Tony wants. I don't know how many officers there are. I don't know how many cars, what their years are and their mileage are. All those things are whether or not they should be replaced. We had no workshop to talk about this question. And we still got car loans to pay off as it is. So I would like to make a motion that this be tabled until we can have a workshop and get these questions answered. Thank you.
Do we have a second to that?
I'll second this motion.
We have a second by Alderman Walters with the first motion that to table this. Roll call, please.
Wendy Arnold? No. Minkus?
No.
Shackelford?
No.
Marcus?
No.
Jeffers?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Norton?
Yes.
Rick Arnold?
No.
So the motion has failed. All right, so,
I got a question.
yes, sir.
And I agree with Jeff, I thought it was 2 cars.
Originally, it was if we were going up for 2 new cars, it was going to be $25,000 each with a $5,000 allotment for each car for equipment. Instead, after we discussed, he proposed that he could go to the highway patrol and could get 3 cars for a total of $53,804 for everything.
See, maybe it's stupid, but I don't
The
remember that.
price of the original car was $1250, not $25,000, because you can get a new one for $25, and you get it, Tony, or you want to go?
Go ahead, John.
Okay, I can go back and get my notes not tonight. We've had several discussions about this in workshops and other meetings, and it was 3 cars. The 3rd car is going to be used in our detective bureau. However, whenever one of our detective vehicles was wrecked, we're able to take the money from that wrecked vehicle and repair one of our other cars that had 105,000 miles on it. And instead of putting a decent car on the road for our detectives, we went ahead and repaired our Dodge Intrepid. Gave that to our detective bureau so they could use that. And then the 3rd car, we were making what they call a slick top, which is minimal lights on the inside, which is what we were going to do for the detective bureau anyway. We put in $450 into that one to stripe it to make it a patrol car. Right now, we have officers that are sharing cars that have upward of 130,000, 140,000 miles on them. When we go start them, they're lucky if they start. They're sharing older cars. So it's always been in the budget and the agreement that we were going to get 3 vehicles. It was just easier and made more sense for the road fleet to do what we're doing now with the detective cars. So, and they're $12,000 a piece for the 2012 Dodge Chargers, and yeah, they'll be 8 years old. The lease is for 3 years as well. It's not for 4. So in those 3 years, those vehicles now they have more than 55,000 miles on them when we're picking them up from highway patrol. So they have low miles.
Okay, didn't the statement say that the first payment is done March of next year, 18, and we'll pay 18, 19, and 20?
Yeah,
That's
3 years.
3 payments.
And so we just get the first year free?
Well,
The year that we're in now?
I don't know if free is the proper banking term, but I know we don't have a payment due until March. We'll be making our last payment on the Tahoes at least this year. So we're not going to be making double payments on vehicles. We'll pay off the cars that we currently have this year, and then the next 3 years we'll pay off these 3 vehicles that we're getting now.
So the Tahoes are the only vehicles we presently have loans on?
That's it.
Okay.
The 2 cars, are they gonna have computers? 3 of them with computers?
Well, we're getting 2 of the MDTs, they're mobile data terminals. We're getting 2 of those. One's going to go to Corporal Coon for tickets.
So is it included in the price as well? And how much addition?
The 11,000 some change for the 2 MDTs.
So for $12,000 a piece, that's $36,000. So where's the difference? The rest of it is in lights and
The emergency equipment and the striping of the cars.
but not the computers.
Not the computers, no. We upgraded the striping to be completely reflective, so at nighttime you can see your police cars a mile away. Right now, on the Tahoe, it's hard to see at night. They're black, their stickers aren't reflective. And even without the flashlights, if you shine a flashlight down the street, you can see it.
Is $11,000, do we have that in our budget?
I was told it was, I didn't know this, I was told that I had it in my budget for the 2 MDTs.
The $11,000 they actually brought forward with the changes that were going to be taking place that we discussed through the court systems and all of that, which we approved at the last board meeting, I believe. Yes. And that was in the budget. We noted it.
Did we spend the money that we got from Herky on the razors? So we can't spend it for the police cars now. can we?
That had-
This has nothing to do with that. This was,
Separate situation.
yeah, we budgeted for this, and with the updates with the federal laws coming down from the courts, it's, we're trying these MBTs out because it's gonna be more compliant. The federal laws can take a load off of everybody involved. So we're trying two out now, and we can see some kind of efficiency
Mr.
improvement.
Brown isn't really agreeing with you on this, I don't believe.
What I would say is that the board approved a capital improvement program for purchase of police vehicles. The question is it within that approved capital improvement budget? And I have to go get my budget and see if it is. I can't answer that off the top of my head because I don't remember what that number was, but there was money approved for what was the dollar amount.
But not the 54, or can you check on that, whether it was the 54 or the 30? That means that we're paying from 12, well, no, because the 12, the 18 is a 12, there's $6,000 if you equip each car. Okay, that seems an awful lot. So now how many?
Well, this is with bare minimum lighting as well.
How many officers do you have that drive cars?
15 commissioned officers.
How many cars do we have after we purchase 3?
We should have 17. But we have, I mean,
Now, that's not counting the Hummer and the other, these are.
the Hummer's not a patrol vehicle.
Okay.
That's free.
Anybody else?
So we have seven, we'll have 17 cars?
That,
That includes?
that's what we're hoping for, and that's 2 reserve cars that we're limping along right now, but, you know, if a car goes down, we have to be able to have something, and we have reserves that come in to work as well.
How many, 15 people don't work, 15 people aren't working at the same time, right?
Correct.
Right, so we're not going to need 15 cars all at once or 17?
Yes, we will.
We will need 17 cars all at once.
Every officer is assigned a vehicle.
Okay, and then that's the law, or why? I'm just trying to understand.
Well, I mean, because I want my officers to be able to respond to anything rapidly, and whenever you share vehicles, you're talking about vehicles running on the road for 24 hours. There's no personal accountability for the care of the vehicle. If something needs to be taken care of, then they'll say, I want my shift partner to take care of it. These cars are equipped with weapons that are specific to the officers, and I wouldn't want to get a car that the partner before me could have manipulated a weapon or it's something that I'm responsible for. You know, it's been shown that it's just cars are better taken care of when they're assigned to each officer. With the way the world is nowadays, if we share vehicles, if they're all parked here in the parking lot and something happens, we've lost our entire fleet. If we have to deploy officers anywhere outside of Pevely, which I'm not beyond doing, if Festus or Crystal City needs help, I want our guys to be able to do it to assist, just like I want the surrounding agencies to be able to assist us as well.
Yeah, but it's great points. I think, what does the city have enough cars for everyone there? I'm just trying to think of what. You know,
I apologize, but I can't compare the police department emergency response teams to city employees who don't work 24 hours, 7 days a week.
That's fair. You make good points. I'm not saying I'm against it. I think, I don't know, I think I'd like to discuss it further before I voted on what I do before. I'd like to know a little more behind what the cost is and so on, but, you guys are driving cars every day, and, more than everyone else, so, you're always gonna have a car payment, you're always going to have a need for a car. I can't do that. I have that, so, and I'm not driving my car, but I'd like to hear more.
Tony, how many cars, how many miles on your cars?
On the ones we're getting?
No, on the ones that,
The lowest miles vehicles we have now on patrol cars are reaching 80 and 90,000 miles.
so then after 80, 90,000 miles, they start nickel and diming you to death?
They will.
They're running, not only driving, I hope it runs.
Well, when you're taking care of them, like my car has 130,000 miles on it, and you just schedule maintenance, no labs. The thing is, we don't want to fall behind to where we've had 2 patrol cars we've had to take out of our fleet recently because they just wouldn't start. Our officers got on calls, they went to leave, and they just wouldn't start. That's unacceptable, and I can't provide that kind of service to the citizens.
What's the oldest car that
But
we're
you have
actually
major
driving right
agreements
now?
on every
Sorry,
car.
Mr. Jeffers, hold on, I'm asking a question. What's the oldest age of the car, oldest year? of the car?
Mine and Sergeant Long's, 2003,
2003. What's next after that?
2005, 2010. And we have 2 or 3 2013s and 3 2014s.
How many 2003s and 2005s do we have?
We have 1 2005 and 2 2003s. And the 2005 is nearing 100,000 miles as well.
And then for the 05, what was it again, a 13?
The
Goes from an 05 to a 13?
I believe so. I mean, don't quote me. Well, no, we have a 10, a 2010 as well.
And those are everyday drivers with the officers in them.
That's correct.
So they're over 17 years old
Correct.
that we're utilizing daily.
Yes, ma'am.
It's 2017 if we, yeah, well, yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, 15 years old,
They're
13
old.
years old. All right, any other questions or comments? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion.
Well, I have something else too. So, have we curtailed, are we all within the 15 miles radius
Yes, sir.
from City Hall?
Well, the people that aren't don't take a car. We have one officer who's not, she leaves a car here.
Okay, but everybody else lives within 15 miles,
Yes, sir.
even the lieutenants and everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, any other questions or comments? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to put
You have something
ordinance
else to say, you need to say?
It's been discussed.
All right, I'll
1423 on its first reading.
I'll beat the dead horse, one more
Okay.
question. What were the payments previously on the Tahoes, what are the payments like comparatively?
I'm not sure. I know just the Tahoe right off the line with no emergency equipment was $36,000 for one. We were able to acquire 3 vehicles for that. 24,000?
Yeah, those are a pretty good deal. Yeah,
24,000. So we're getting 2 for 1.
I'm good, thank you.
But these are 2012s instead of
2017s.
Well, they are, but before you purchase them, they go through it. Well, I mean, it's been 5 weeks still, and they're still in the process of being inspected, and then the highway patrol takes them and they go through them, anything that's wearing out, they replace. They detail the vehicles, and there are 2012s, but they only have 50 to 55,000 miles on them. Yes, sir.
We have maintenance agreements on all of our cars, right? I mean, they're supposed to take care of, so we had 3 more.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just one. How
Well,
how
it's-
much that runs a year, maintenance agreement?
I don't have an actual data study on that, but
Thank you.
All right, anything else? All right, I'll entertain a motion to put bill number 1423 on its first reading by caption only. Motion by Alderman Shackelford, do we have a second? Seconded by Alderman Whitney Arnold. Roll call, please.
Alderman Whitney Arnold? Yes. Don Davis?
Yes.
Shackelford?
Yes.
Marcus?
Yes.
Shepherd?
No.
Walters?
Yes.
Norton?
Yes.
McCormick?
Yes.
So moved. Bill number 1423, an ordinance of the Board of Aldermen of the City of Pevely, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to enter into a tax exempt equipment lease purchase agreement with FS Leasing LLC.
I'll make a motion we approve Bill 1423 on its first reading.
I'll second
Motion by Alderman Minkus to approve, seconded by Alderman Walters. Roll call, please.
Alderman Rick Arnold?
it. Yes.
Norton?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Shepherd?
No.
Marcus?
Yes.
Shackelford?
Yes.
Makers?
Yes.
Whitney Arnold? Yes.
So moved. All right, if there's no further questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to put bill number 1423 on its second and final reading.
So
And
moved.
as to the reading, it was due to the time restraints on the lease agreement, is that correct? Yes.
First State Community Bank needs this done today so they can lock in the rates and everything else.
The rate. Okay. All right, we had a motion on the floor, I'm sorry, by Alderman Walters. We have a second, seconded by Alderman Shackelford. Roll call.
Alderman Rick Arnold?
Yes.
Norton?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Shepherd?
No.
Marcus?
Yes.
Shackelford?
Yes.
Makers?
Yes.
Whitney Arnold? Yes.
So moved. Bill number 1423, an ordinance of the Board of Aldermen of the City of Pevely, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to enter into a tax exempt equipment lease purchase agreement with FS Leasing LLC. Do we have a motion to approve on its final
I'll make a
reading?
motion.
Motion by Alderman Walters to approve on its final reading. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Minkus. Roll call, please.
Alderman Wendy Arnold. Yes. Minkus.
Yes.
Shackelford.
Yes.
Marcus.
Yes.
Jeffers.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Norton.
Yes.
Rivers.
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you.
All right. City Administrator resignation letter. All right. I received a letter from Mr. Brown on March 13th advising me to please accept this correspondence as my official notice of resignation effective April 15th, 2017. It has been an honor serving you, the Board of Aldermen, and the citizens of Pevely. I am leaving the organization, but not the friendship I have grown to value. Sincerely, Dickie and Brown. All right. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept Mr. Brown's resignation.
Motion.
Motion by Alderman Walters. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Minkus. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved. No point in doing roll call because we really couldn't tell you. It's been a pleasure also working with you, Mr. Brown, and we wish you the best in all your future endeavors. Anybody else?
I'd say good luck with the forestry up there, Dickie.
Okay.
I'd say good luck with the forestry up there and everything else too. There's a good group of people up that way. And Arnold, Councilman, everybody else, the mayor, so.
I think it's going to be a good opportunity.
Good luck to you.
And we meet every Thursday at the Chinese restaurant out there with for lunch with y'all around that.
I'll make a note of that.
All right. Fish is on Fridays now.
All right, well, good luck. Congratulations. All right, on to provisional judge.
In the last election, our provisional judge was elected to one of the courts in Hillsborough, or the district courts. So Judge Davis has made a recommendation, and it'd be under the same terms and conditions as the previous provisional judge. So we just needed one in place.
Okay.
Whose recommendation?
His name is.
It's in your package.
Well, I'm asking you. Arthur Money's nice. I mean, we must
It's
all know anyway. Ellen Brinkley's low. No, dude.
All right. No questions or comments, otherwise we'll entertain a motion to accept the recommendation by Judge Davis.
It's for Harness.
Dick Millenberg was elected.
Right.
Yeah.
Second paragraph.
Yeah.
Second paragraph.
Our
Oh, mine has a black mark through there. Okay, so R. Scott Harness.
Yep.
Motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Alderman Walters. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Marcus. Roll call?
Alderman Ricardo.
No.
Norton.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Jeffers.
Yes.
Marcus.
Yes.
Shackelford.
Yes.
Minkus.
Yes.
Wendy Arnold.
She was no. All right, so moved. Thank you very much. All right, February financial statements.
I thought we read today, they're in the mail, so they're coming.
They're coming. All right, AP report. Nothing? All right, Alderman Jeffers.
First of all, Billy, I want to apologize. I'm not, I think you're doing a great job, and
Put your microphone
I think you're doing a great job, and you've explained a lot of things to me. It's just that I'm kind of tired of not following procedures and that type of things that are put in there for reasons, and that's that vote against them. I mean, we didn't talk about a workshop. I didn't see it until Friday. We voted it twice tonight. It's the procedures, and not you or your men or anyone on the police force. So I apologize if you took it that way. But,
Mr. Jeffers, I don't take any controversy in this room personal. I think as long as we're all going to have a long career together, if we don't butt heads every once in a while, it's going to be pretty boring meetings.
okay.
And that's one reason why I'm going to hate losing Dickie. I'm not going to have anybody else to argue with on a daily basis in the city. So I too wish you farewell. I didn't get a chance to chime in and welcome you. But no, Mr. Jeffers, there's never no reason to apologize to me for business. It's really not. Don't worry.
I want to thank you all for coming. I hope you're as involved and keep it up. It's all, you're the ones who keep us straight. Thank you.
All right, Alderman Marcus.
I hate to take your question, is outside of over by the viaduct, are they gonna put storage units? You ever heard anything over that way where they cut all the trees down by chance?
Over where?
Past the viaduct, railroad viaduct, on the left side. Have you heard anything over that way?
I'm not sure what's going on. I know they're not in the city limits, so they have to come to us, but my understanding is there's gonna be some sort of structure or something constructed there. And I don't know the details of it either. It's Kenny, I'll say, outside the city, so they don't transform as anything.
I understand that, but I thought they always kind of invited the city in when we were that close. Because I was talking to Marty over that way today, and he thought he heard storage units. So I just didn't, just something, when you got how many more days you can look into, so.
I'll see what I can find out over there.
Yeah.
Maybe Kenny should do something.
The other thing is, Tony, did we not discuss this in workshop on these police cars?
Yes, sir, we did.
Yeah, several times, did we not?
We did.
Okay, I
I beg to differ with you.
Okay.
I was just kind of confused. Excuse me,
Go
sir.
on one meeting.
Mr. Jeffers?
I've got the floor.
He's always
Mr. Jeffers?
questioning me afterwards, and I don't
Mr.
get a chance to
Jeffers?
come back. I'm sorry.
You have to wait till he's done.
I'm not questioning you, I'm questioning Tony. We discussed this several times in workshops and everything else, on the police cars.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anything else? Steve?
No, ma'am, I'm sorry.
All right. All right, Alderman Shackelford.
About officers.
Oh, I'm sorry, the line for you.
Yeah, the line through me too. We talked about this, and I think we did bring this up at a workshop also, about changing Riverview Drive and Elm Street all to one street. I still think that we should look into changing it to Riverview Drive because there's a lot less homes on Elm Street to change house numbers, but I think we have to move forward with that before the year's out.
Anything else?
No.
Alderman Shackelford.
Other than, thank you, Dickie, for your service. We didn't always agree, but you always got back to me. You always gave me an answer if I liked it or not. Thank you.
Alderman Norton.
Yeah, I want to wish Dickie all the best. Really do. I also want to say that, though I'm new, if anybody wants to talk to me after the meetings or whatever, got business cards, I definitely like to talk to everybody. Anybody that has any questions or concerns, I just want to put myself out there. So that's all I have.
All right, Alderman Meekus.
Okay, some along with Ed was saying is I had brought up too about Peggy, taking, extending Banks down, Banks Drive down, and the Peggy Court would be Banks Court. And again, like Ed says, the less amount of people has to be affected by it. I think probably about 4 or 5 homes. And it is really confusing for people. They get corner Peggy.
We have better officers that get to that intersection and they freak because they're trying to think of what is it here?
Yeah. It's a safety issue.
And your mind's running 100 miles an hour already, and that intersection
It's quite confusing.
When I was on fire department, we had issues.
Yeah, so I'd like to see too, along with that, it's get taken care of. That's it, thank you.
All right. Alderman Rick Arnold.
I have nothing. Good luck.
Thank you.
Alderman Wendy Arnold. Just best of luck. And Captain Nugent.
No, ma'am.
Mr. Brown.
One thing is, on the Easter egg hunt, we were unable to get the Easter bunny, but we were able to get an Easter bunny costume. So we'll be looking for somebody to fill that costume, so.
I'll do it.
We have the volunteer right there. All right, and I just wanted to remind everybody about Easter egg hunt on August. It will be Please come and join us and have some fun with the kiddos. And Dickie, again, thank you and congratulations. All right, this time I'll take a motion to adjourn. Motion by Alderman Wilson, seconded